retired Marine. So anyway, back here, as you can see, this is an EMS thing. Keep back. It's an ambulance. Do not get hit by bicyclists or cars. That's the main thing when crossing the street in the middle. When you are jaywalking, look both ways and move very fast. So anyway, there's no updates. There's no police officers explaining, okay, we're going to shut down the street because so and so happened. You know, you can just relax. My main thing is job well done. You know, I would give you 100 out of 100, but I don't have the right. 93 out of 100 is all I can do. You know? Again, I'll repeat my thing. If you have friends and family in the area, you haven't talked to them in a long time, you're estranged, now's a good time to call them. It's just like, well, I saw this incident. How you been? You know? If you have an ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, call them up. You know? You don't need an excuse to patch things up. And if you want to repent, go for it. What are you going to repent about? You know? Just make sure you hydrate. This is all even if you don't like me as a person, just drink a lot of water today, you know? Please. If you're EMS, make sure you have 2 gallons of water or you get a sandwich or something. Me, I'm very thirsty. I have water in the office. But, you know, there's also Dunkin', Zucker's Bagels. You can get some Luckin coffee. Sophie's going to be open soon. Just make sure you drink a lot of water. My guess in here, I'm no medical doctor, but it's heat stroke. This heat is not good for people, you know? Wear a parasol. Don't wear your jacket or 3 layers. I mean, unless you can handle it, you know? If people start fainting in the street, that's not good. It can't work. This is a city of commerce, you know? I am very glad to report that this was handled excellently. Yeah? At least 3 personnel, and I hope the person is okay, honestly. With all my heart. You know? I've ridden in the back of one of these with a good friend of mine. It's only for that reason, you know? Say all you like. An ambulance helps. It's not free, but it's low-priced ambulance. And you can see, like, they're repainting the building too. It's so that, you know, the people in the other building don't get blinded by the bright-ass sun. Sorry for all the language, but this sun is really like 1 trillion times more sunny than when I was growing up. So there will be consequences. I don't know how to read Yiddish or Hebrew, but you know, that means like probably don't worry, he'll be fine or she will be fine. They're in good hands. I hope, you know. Maybe you can translate for me. I'm making sure I'm just focusing on the ambulance and not the people. Because you gotta think about the worried friends and family. You don't want to capture their grief. That's not cool, you know. If anybody wants to supplement this incident with other, you're welcome. You know, FDNY Photo does it. If you're EMS, you should be on the Citizen app. You get a little money, but you know, you feel like you're helping the community. You know? The instant response, I think. I don't know. There are Marines here, retired Marines. There are law enforcement here. There's first responders. There's plenty of water. You just have to buy some water. You know, it doesn't hurt you when you're walking and then it's like, I'm gonna get two waters to go, please. Please, please, please hydrate. That's all I'm gonna say. You know? Thank you. And I'm gonna walk now. You know? Please hydrate. Drink a lot of water. It's sunny today. Do not faint in New York City. Faint in your own city. Whose helmet is this? Is this mine? Whose helmet is that? Please tell me I don't have a helmet. Somebody claim this helmet, please. I'm not a thief, but you know, I'm inviting the owner. Lost and Found in New York. Chat, do you think I should take this helmet? It's right there. Call 911, you know. Wouldn't you like a helmet like this? It's a temptation from the devil. But I think if it's something like a building's gonna fall on me, I need one for free. Again, I wouldn't mind holding this, but you know, There's so many construction people. Please, there's the police right here. Volunteer ambulance service. Whose thing is this? Is this my reward? Like would somebody call 911 if I actually took it? Chat, I need your help here. What would you do in this situation? You're just walking around trying to do a good deed, and God rewards you with a helmet. And it's like, hey, that's my helmet. I'm waiting for that angry person. Stay away from my helmet, jackass. Not a problem, sir. But, is this anybody's helmet? There's the law of salvage, too. Just waiting. You might see a crime in progress. That's the thing. I don't want to be a criminal. But, it's like information received. If I saw $100 on the floor and I said, whose $100 is this? Somebody would come forward, that's mine. Even if it's not theirs. So I'm doing the same thing. Hello, doggy. Is this your helmet, dog? Ma'am, is this your helmet? This is somebody's helmet. Those are the guys. Whose helmet is this? Anybody's helmet. This is like, the temptation of Christ or something. All this will be yours. Only bow to me. I'm like, maybe. I might be the doofus who takes the helmet. I don't know. I get hit in the head a lot. This, going once, going twice, sold to me. 31 cents says. I will pay for this helmet. I got $50. Whoever, I'll give you $50 for you. Just step forward. I mean, Hezbollah is here. I mean, Hatzala. That's different. Or Batar, or within our lifetime. Hey, man, that's my helmet. NYPD, FDNY, sanitation, EPA, FBI, CIA. Anybody want this? This is me. That's my hand. I could literally, if I left this and then somebody said, hey, I'm going to have a cigarette. This is my cigarette. You can have it. I don't want it. I can have another cigarette. See, I have another cigarette right here. It's like a TikTok thing or something. Whose helmet is this? It should have a name. Do you think it's gonna grow arms and legs? It's like, finally, my true owner. Heavy hangs the crown, right? At least this, I'll tell you now. A cigarette is lighter than a helmet. So you gotta gauge the wind, right? That's my cigarette. You can have it if you want. I'm not a thief. Isn't just this amazing? On Citizen app, somebody I'll tell you this. In my office, we had a really nice plant, and there's all these visitors, and then one day it's gone. Somebody just took our plant, and I was like, well, it's going to a good home. I have to think the best of the people. Don't you think in the last 15 minutes, in front of all the construction guys and the foremen and the Manhattanites and the Met Gala people, it's like, well, that's not mine, and I know it's not mine, but it could be mine. Those first responders, anybody on Citizen app, you left a helmet, please return the missing or stolen goods, and or I just think it's a gift for my guy in climate change. That's a nice helmet. Anybody want a helmet? I mean, many contractors would be like, there's no stickers, it's not scratched, it looks brand new, you want a helmet? It could be yours for the price of free. And then this is more ambulance people. I'm distracting myself from the heat stroke incident because there's somebody's helmet and it's not mine. It's like seeing somebody's kippa. There's got to be marks. That's my cigarette. I will say, job well done. Whoever, hello, cutie doggy. Who's the best doggy of all time? It's you. I always want a dog. So, there's a helmet here and it's not mine. So if you want a helmet, do you want a helmet? No? All right, so the true professionals are here. Don't worry a thing. He has got a walkie-talkie and you can't outrun a walkie-talkie. You know what? I'm just going to steal it. What do you think? Every single vehicle here has a camera. And it's like a kaput. Look at that. It's just there, you know? Just like Excalibur. He who grasps this thing. Is this yours? I'm just fucking, man. See, I'm just doing it. I'm just trying it on, like, you know? There you go. Don't let him get away. He committed a crime. Worse than genocide. And, you know, it's on his way to the hospital. Everything's good. Flashing lights, everybody's on the way. I salute. Thank you for your service. Anybody leaving? This is not mine, unless it's now mine. So what I'm gonna do, right, is I'm just gonna put it on my head. I have taken this thing, I can put it back. I swear to God. Where else would I go? Whose is this? If you want it back, I'm not too sweaty. You can report me 911. You know, 35 EMTP. I'm well aware. I've seen that Sylvester Stallone thing where it's like, well, I'm in prison and you're all looking at me. No, you don't. I mean, you know, did you want to see like dead Jewish people? Because I want to see living ones. If you have anything against that, the coverage of EMS people bringing people who are fainting to the hospital. We don't really need a video of that, you know? That's a good question. Did we really need a video for this? Let me ponder that. So, are you like advocating for the genocide of all Jewish people? Gotta say yes or no, right? Me, I'm squarely in the no part. Or maybe Islamophobia or something. Are you advocating for the genocide of all Islamic people? Again, I'm on the no side of that. These questions, like, did we really? I don't know. I'll say no, but you have to say yes. I'll agree your position. We didn't need a video like this, but you have to say all the yes. You know? I don't mind saying no. No, this is utterly worthless. This, you don't really need this. You know? So let me rephrase, did we really need a video for this? I'm gonna say no. I'm just you know, why did I download Citizen app? Just for my own personal amusement. I don't want to help people live. I want them all to die, because that's the position of no. Do you really need to report somebody falling and calling EMS or getting run over by a truck? Is that really needed? Do you really need to live? Yes or no? I like to live. How about you? You know? Are death threats really necessary? Yes or no? I'll say no, but you gotta say yes. Many innocuous questions. Oh, did we really need SRG? Go and find out. The next time you need a military force in your city and then they're all fired, too bad. Did we really need potholes? Leave one open and find out. If I had a thing, do we really need all these potholes? Sewer grates? Nah. Let's just open this. Did we really need that? We can live without it. They can just walk around. Did we really need all these traffic lights? People know how to drive. There's no accidents at all. Did we really need all this money on the budget? I don't think we need this video at all. In fact, I'm going to ask Citizen app to utterly delete this. If they keep it up, that's when I get angry. Did we really need a video to see hubba hubba? Sorry. A little bit of the sexist in me. Hi. Stay safe. The EPA demands it. So, any more questions? Did we really need Mayor Mamdani in charge of all this? I'm going to say no, and all you have to do is say yes. Did we really need a third term for Trump? I'm going to say no, and all you have to do is say yes. That's why I love yes or no questions. I can always say no. I made this goddamn thing. I can delete it. I can hide it from my profile. And you know, the Jews are pretty much interested. You're not interested in seeing a Jewish person get better from the heat stroke. That's interesting. I'm interested in continuing my life. I have working knees. I have working ankles, and that's great. I can wake up and see my wife and my family tomorrow. Ayan. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Sasabihin ko sa inyong lahat. Okay? I love this question. I want to pose that at the next presidential debate. Did we really need a presidential debate video for this? Why have cameras? Turn off all the cameras. Turn off all the police. Go. I'll just like, do we really need NYPD for this? No. I'm going to take the no position. No, wait. With all my passion and truthfully saying, no, we don't need NYPD for this. Do you want NYPD at every corner knocking on your door? I say no.